Football. Colloquially referred to as soccer in America, this is not the football your red meat eating, gun-toting, bald eagle worshipping ancestors are familiar with. No, this is the international phenomenon that's killed over 1,200 fans since the 50s. How about you quote that statistic next time Grandpa makes fun of you for playing footsie with 21 other dudes? Thought to have originated from the Mesoamerican ball game Olama, played by the Aztecs starting around 1600 BC, this game was played by warriors who had hips that even Shakira would have trouble finding trustworthy. Spoiler alert, the losers were also sacrificed to the gods. I've heard of being sore losers, but it's nothing to lose your head over. While game developer Psyonix hasn't exactly captured the bloodthirstiness of this ancient game, they've definitely put their own unique spin on it. Conceptualized as a sequel to their original title, Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket-Powered Battle Cars, released in 2008, Psyonix decided to go with a more digestible name for their second installment. While Rocket League is essentially the same game mechanic-wise as Supersonic, one could attribute the success of Rocket League to better marketing via Steam and the PlayStation Network, and also the fact that Rocket League came free for PlayStation Plus subscribers. So enough of the subpar Wikipedia history lesson, let's dive into the action-packed, high-flying, post-apocalyptic world that is rocket-powered car football. Immediately in the title screen you will notice one thing. This game is pretty. When I first bought this game, I was running a 3-year-old card on medium settings, and it still looked phenomenal. The lighting is excellent, the arenas are colorful and full of life, and I mean, damn, look at that grass. Rocket League is a visual feast, and is not going to make your computer commit seppuku anytime soon. Now, this being a pseudo-sports game, people want statistics, and oh boy does this game have statistics. This game literally tracks every kind of play you can make, and rewards you points for it in-game. Center a ball for your teammate? Here's 20 points. Get the ball out of your goal zone? Oh hell, 20 points. Walk an elderly woman across the street? You can have 50 points for that. Stop a ball that's heading towards your goal but is not close enough to count as a save?
You get nothing.
Seriously though, this game is the Oprah of points, and I absolutely love it. It rewards players for playing as a team, something that is lost from a lot of team-based games as they make people focus on getting kills, goals, touchdowns, quiddages, whatever the hell you want to call them, instead of on the things that matter like helping your team collectively. The game also includes leaderboard functions for wins, assists, shots, and saves, so now you have someone to measure your shortcomings in life against. In the same vein as League of Legends and other competitive multiplayer titles, this game has an ELO system. Developed by Arpit ELO, and originally used to determine the relative skill levels of players in chess, it is now used in modern culture as a numerical representation of the crumbling facade that is your online friendships. Rocket League also features very deep customization of your vehicle. While all the vehicles share attributes like speed and handling, some like the Gas Guzzler 5000 and the Child Predator van have different hitboxes which affects minutely how you'll play in reference to how you hit the ball. Each car has decals that would make an Ed Hardy aficionado wet, and with parts being unlocked after each finished game, you'll find yourself being more indecisive than Wilt Chamberlain at a 1,000-person orgy. While the paint jobs are limited by the red and blue team choices, they allow for different styles of paint to give your vehicle the Mad Max treatment if you so desire. Another cool feature is they have certain stats tracked on the vehicle parts. Wins on the chassis, distance driven on the wheels, and boost time on the rocket trails. Speaking of the rocket trails, that's one of my favorite features. Each trail comes with accompanying sound, and some of the trails are really freaking cool. I'm going to go ahead and stick with Tron Blue. Have you ever felt like your vehicle in real life lacks casual headwear? Well, look no further as Psyonix has you covered there as well. From Pizza Boy to Royalty to feeling a little spicy, you can rest easy knowing that there'll be a hat that match your mood. Another small but cool addition is the antenna. Gone are the days of having just a simple smiley face, as you can choose from a huge roster of countries to represent. Recently, Rocket League just added over 70 new country flags to their roster, and while I could represent the land of the free, I'm thinking I'm going to go with Wales because motherfucking dragon! Before anyone dives into the extremely deep online play, I highly suggest that new players check out the extensive training mode. The most basic one is free play, which is exactly that. It allows you to play around with the ball and infinite boosts so you can learn the physics of the ball in your vehicle. This allows you to practice any sweet moves you've been checking out on YouTube. Also, their training modules are insanely useful and are actually really difficult at higher ranks. This allows you to try out different types of training such as goaltending or aerial hits. Once again, I highly suggest trying these out as it's benefited me immensely. Now the real reason you and I are both here is for the online play, and that's definitely Rocket League's pinnacle achievement. It offers 1v1 duel, 2v2 doubles, 3v3 standard, and aptly named 4v4 chaos. Also, it has rank modes for the first 3. For the sake of continuity, we're going to start with Duel. Each mode calls for different tactics and teaches a different play style, So for those who are looking to perfect their skills, I highly suggest playing all 4. I find Duel extremely fun because it teaches you to be patient and take advantage of your opponent's mistakes. From the kickoff, you need to always be anticipating the opponent's moves and preparing in advance. Speaking of the kickoff, at the beginning of the game and after every goal, the ball will be centered and players will be put in the same position parallel to each other. It's important to use your boost and to try to hit the ball in a way that will either put you in a good position or allow you to follow up with an easy goal. Back to Duel, the key thing that this mode teaches is ball control. In doubles or standard, people will normally just fling themselves at the ball, hoping to knock it in the general direction of the opposing team's goal. However, in 1v1, it is up to you to position a ball in the way that will leave your opponent vulnerable. I find it easier to wait for a moment when you have a clear shot at breaking away or scoring, instead of kamikazing every chance you get and then giving your opponent free reign to ravage your countryside. It's also important to try and dribble and get a good angle for the shot instead of just lobbing it towards your opponent's goal. Giving them a clean breakaway to your goal can spell an easy goal for them. Unless you have boost stored up, catching up to your opponent is quite difficult once they have a lead on you. On to my personal favorite game mode. Doubles is a tactical nightmare for a pug, or a perfectly orchestrated game of chess for those who duo up with a friend. This mode heavily relies on communication between you and your partner, and punishes those players who just want to chase the ball down like a golden retriever. Centering the ball for a goal is just as important as scoring in this, as normally there will be a dedicated goalie when you're on your opponent's side of the field. On the subject of dedicated goalie, there is 5 positions for kickoff in Rocket League. At least 3 out of 5 times, you'll need to hang back and be a goalie. Deciding that is as simple as either communicating with your teammate via the quick chat function, access to the controller's D-pad, or try looking at the distance between you and your teammate. If you're closer to your goal than your teammate, that's a pretty good indicator that you should stay back and goalie. Once again, this mode favors those who communicate properly. While voice chat is implemented, I rarely see it used as the voice comms are broadcasted to both teams. This can lead to problems, as I've had to play a few 1v2 games before due to teammates who were completely bubkissed. Until recently, Psyonix hadn't implemented a lever system for ranked games. Even now, there's only a 15-minute penalty for levers. Unfortunately, the penalty does not compound with repeated defenses, as in most AAA multiplayer titles such as CSGO and League of Legends. Thankfully, just in the past week, they have added a surrender option, which allows players to quit a game that is lopsided without penalty, but even then that's only a band-aid on an issue that ruins the rake experience for those who choose to pug. I can't suggest enough for those looking to have the most positive and fair experience to join a Rocket League Steam group or to make some friends online. It will prevent those 1v2 occasions so that match outcomes are determined by skill and not luck of the draw. But don't let that put a sour taste in your mouth though, as doubles is a rewarding experience and is in my opinion the most tactical mode. It teaches you the basic of teamwork in the game and can get you prepared for the adult table that is standard. On to the most popular mode of the game, 3v3 standard. This is arguably the most fun to pugs for many reasons. It allows you to enjoy the teamwork of doubles without overloading you with too many players. If you have a dead weight, you still have a chance to have one more teammate that can pull their weight. Plus, this mode lets you have a dedicated goalie throughout the game, all the while still having 2 players on offense to set up and strike together. I like to think of it like a game of volleyball. Of course you can hit the ball towards the goal yourself, but when you have someone set you up, it allows you for a better chance to get a precise spike off. Standard allows for more room for mistakes, and I suggest new players to start with this mode as you have a sort of safety net for fuck-ups with 2 teammates. If the ball is stolen from you or you commit to a shot and miss, it's not going to end up in an instant goal, while it may result in some passive-aggressive "what a save" or "nice shot" from your teammates. There isn't much else to say about 3v3 that hasn't been said about the others. However, if you're looking for a game mode to start out in pug and to cut down on raging and reduce the chance for stress, I'd stick with standard. With the way Psyonix structured Rocket League, it seems they balance it around 3 people per team. Also, for those curious, if you happen to be so lucky as to tie the game, there's a sudden death elimination overtime. Make sure to stay on your toes as it can catch people off guard, and I've personally had teammates mess around while the enemy team instantly gets a goal on kickoff. And that sucks. I'm only going to slightly touch on 4v4, as the name should give you a good idea of what it's like. Chaos is completely unbridled madness. You would think adding 1 car wouldn't throw a wrench into the game, but oh boy, you would be wrong. Trying to hit the ball is like trying to hit a beach ball at a Nickelback concert. Utterly hopeless, and you'll just be full of sadness at the end. When you got 7 other people flipping towards the rock, you're gonna have a bad time. Of course, I'm being overdramatic, and it's actually quite fun and is a nice departure from the more competitive game modes. Since this does not have a ranked counterpart, you will find people just looking to have fun. So I use it as an outlet when tryhards and rank get on my nerves. So that's my look at Rocket League in full. This game is well-rounded, fast-paced, and an addictive title that has superior controls, gorgeous visuals, and massive replayability. This is definitely the kind of game that you can pick up and play with friends, as the games are very quick. I love the fact that you can play one match and turn it off if needed. I've never had a match last longer than 10 minutes. Once again, this game is a blast, and I'll be sure to be playing it for a while. Psyonix is releasing new DLC for it, and they're constantly making updates. While not everyone will pour 1,000 hours into it, I can say with no regrets that it's fully worth the $20 price point. My final replay value of Rocket League is 50 to 100 hours for the average gamer. Hey guys, Wigan Miller here. Thank you so much for watching my first video in my A Look At series. I hope to be releasing a new video about once every 2 to 3 weeks. This series will be focusing on online multiplayer games for the computer. I really want to help people make the best choice in finding a multiplayer game to invest their time into. If you have any suggestions for any games I should cover, please leave a comment. If you just want to leave a comment to tell me how much I suck, you can do that too, and I'll probably feel bad about myself. Also, if you like the video, please like it or subscribe. Any support is greatly appreciated. Also, find me on social media for any new updates, and I also stream on Twitch a couple times a week so you can get a sneak preview of any new videos that I'm currently working on. And I don't know how to end a video, so bye.